Well, I'm actually with Greg Percival, who's an automotive sculptor. Now, this is a very interesting piece of work. Greg, can you tell me about it?
What I tried to achieve with this piece, and I think I have achieved it, is to capture what motorsport is all about. And it's to do with passion and speed and excitement. And dealing with a material such as this is bronze, which has been cast in bronze and silver plated. It's quite interesting to see the way everything's flowing back. It's all very fluid, and it's exactly what I wanted to achieve. The fact that the car's pushing through the air, I mean, it's very, very affected by forces, you know, wind turbulence, and the fact that these things are doing 200 miles an hour. I really wanted to capture the fact that it's dynamic. You know, it's really on the limit. Yeah. So in a lot of ways, it's very much a kinetic sculpture.
So what was your inspiration behind the piece?
I really wanted this to be really a generic Formula One car of the 90s. Other pieces which I'm working on at the moment are very specific. I'm working on a Monarch piece, a Monarch car such as the 917 Porsche, which will be more, you know, specific. But there's some magnificent models you can buy, loads of, you know, fantastic models, and there's some great pieces of sculpture. But they're very defined. You know, the models are very defined. They're very detailed and particular. Yeah. And sculptures, as wonderful as they are, they can be quite vague in what they're doing. What I really wanted to achieve with a piece like this, and it will be through every other piece as well, is the clarity of the piece. It does look, say for instance, it does look like a Williams, or it will look like a 917, right. But it's actually, you know, moving and it's fluid, and you know, it's exciting.
Okay, is it just a one-off then?
Oh no, this is one of 250, which is solid bronze and silver plated, which is this one, then 250 of the silver ones. The original of this took 3,500 hours to make, and then that's all cut up and made into moulds for casting into bronze. And all these pieces have to be silver soldered together. That's why it's each one takes, you know, up to a week to actually manufacture. But yeah, each one is individual. Each one is actually handmade. I started off with a piece of wood for this piece here, and then I bonded on pieces of plastic and used fillers to get these weird drip effects. I mean, this is what took so long, trying to work out how I was going to get the material to look as if it's fluid or molten.
Do you work from a photograph? How does that work?
Very difficult. It's very difficult. I made a lot of drawings. I had a few photographs which I went from, but then I sketched everything out. Like say the front suspension pieces, I actually drew those out as like a technical drawing, where you get the top view and the front and the side and all that sort of thing. And I actually drew those out, and then from those I sort of did a basic outline, saying wood or whatever, and then literally sculpted those pieces until they were correct. And that's why each one is different. I mean, you know, that isn't a copy of that.
No, I see.
That isn't of that. But once I'd actually done the initial, you know, all the work I've done on this, now I know how it works on other surfaces, on other vehicles. You know, it's almost a blueprint up here. I can understand how, you know, I want to destroy a surface or show how it's acting on itself.
Right. How much is this going to set me back? How much does it cost?
One of these is £1,500. That's the bronze silver plated one, and the solid silver ones are £3,500.
£3,500.
Yeah.
Right. Now I understand that one of these is going to be presented at Goodwood, the Festival of Speed.
One of these is, yeah. Lord March has seen one. He apparently loves it, and I've offered to donate one as a prize for the Festival of Speed, because it's very apt for the Festival of Speed, because it's Formula One cars and, you know, all sorts of you know, high-speed vehicles. Yeah. And I thought this would be a fantastic trophy for that event, which is in July, I think, this year, 6th, 7th, and 8th. I think you're right. Yeah.
What's the title of the piece? Is it called a name? Is there any?
I haven't actually given it a name, no.
Well, maybe I can come up with one.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Festival of Speed this year is called The Will to Win.
Oh, well, there you go.
And I think that's a cracking title for it.
It would be, yeah. It certainly do the piece justice anyway. Well, thanks, Greg. That was really interesting.